Hey everyone, welcome to 5 at 5, where we study the book, the Bible, and trying to learn from the Bible how we live our lives as Christians. We've been going through the book of Matthew, that Gospel of Matthew, and now we are looking at chapter 8. We just got done with the Sermon on the Mount, chapters 5, 6, and 7. Now we're going to chapter 8, where now Jesus is going out and he's also continuing on with his ministry. And again, what Matthew's doing here, we saw in the previous 3 chapters, and now today is really a summary of what the public ministry of Jesus was like. We start with his teaching, the Sermon on the Mount, and what he was teaching, conveying to the people. And now we see his actions of miracles that he performed wherever he went. And so in chapter 8, we have a lot of different miracles that are being described what Jesus is doing. We see him heal a man with leprosy. He goes and visits one of his disciples, Peter, and his mother-in-law was sick, and Jesus heals her. And a centurion comes to Jesus, a Gentile, and asks Jesus to heal his servant, in which Jesus does. He's out on a boat with his disciples, and a storm comes upon them, and they are fearful of the storm. They're thinking they're going to drown, and Jesus wakes up and he's able to calm the storm for his disciples. He even, at the end there, heals 2 men who are possessed by a demon. So we kind of get a snapshot of all the different miracles that Jesus is performing. A lot of them, the miracles of healing of some sort, the miracles that he has the power over nature, like calming the storms, and of course the miracles of people who are possessed by demons, and the kind of the supernatural forces and battles that we see that Jesus has power over these demons. The miracles of Jesus are important really for 2 reasons. One, it teaches us that this man is a man of God. This is the Messiah. Going back to the Old Testament, miracles were important for prophets. They were signs, if you will, to prove that what they were teaching and saying to the people of Israel, that this is coming from God, and that God would give them certain signs or miracles to demonstrate before the people that, hey, you need to listen to me because of what I'm able to do. A great example of that is Moses. And again, this is reflected of Jesus as being this new Moses that has come, that Moses was given a couple signs, miracles to show to Pharaoh and to the people of Israel that, hey, you need to listen to me. The signs were Moses put his hand in the cloak and pull it out, it would become leprous, or he could change his staff into a snake. And he demonstrated this among Pharaoh and among the people of Israel to show that he is from and of God, and what he has to say is important. Jesus is doing the same thing. He is proving who he is. And even now, 2,000 years later, as we read this, as it's recorded and witnessed by Matthew, it should become important to us like, hey, this is not just some ordinary person. This is not some magician or illusionist. This isn't a trickster. He's actually performing these miracles over and over again among people. But second, also the importance of Jesus' miracles is to kind of tell us why he came and what he was doing here in the first place. Namely, he has come to fix what is broken. All these things, the sicknesses, the demon possession, even the storms, a hunger, wherever it is that Jesus corrected through a miracle, shows that he is fixing what is broken because of sin. Again, we have all these things because of sin. And these miracles is restoring things back to the way they're supposed to be. I love what C.S. Lewis says about miracles in his book called Miracles. He says a lot of people think of miracles as something very supernatural, as something beyond the world. And he kind of turns that on its head and says that, really miracles are part of the most natural, most normal thing, because what's going on is that Jesus is restoring something back to the way it's supposed to be. We're supposed to be able to see. We're supposed to be able to walk. We're supposed to be able to be healthy and well. There's not supposed to be violent storms. We're not supposed to be hungry. We're not supposed to die. And all those that Jesus did, those miracles, was to fix and to restore back to what something is. So ultimately, Jesus didn't come just to perform these miracles. The ultimate miracle is what he's going to do later at the end of his ministry, when he dies and rises again and conquers the grave, conquers that curse of death, and gives unto us that gift of eternal life, because we're meant to live forever, not to suffer and to die. Well, again, thanks again for joining me for 5 at 5. Again, if you have any topics, questions, issues you want me to address, you can send those to me at 5@stmichaellutheran.org. Once again, that's the number 5 at stmichaellutheran.org. And remember, you've been blessed to be a blessing to others.